Wake up in the morning, it's a brand new day. Whew, it's a brand new day. Wake up in the morning and you're feeling my game. Huh? It's a brand new day. Wake up in the morning and I'm sipping champagne. Yo, YouTube, what's crackalackajackasmacin? This Waffleman video. And I woke up this morning, it's a brand new day. And I'm sipping champagne. But no, seriously, make America great again, man. Y'all Americans, man. Y'all Americans are something else in this country. But you know, Donald Trump, the new president of the United States, coming into office apparently January, somewhere in January. God bless America, man. God help us all. But anyways, man, let's talk about NBA 2K17. Let's keep all that election talk somewhere, because your vote matters today. Your opinion counts. I said your opinion counts. Now, let's talk about NBA 2K16 versus NBA 2K17 now. Because, you know, a lot of people have some skepticism, some remarks, some opinions about NBA 2K17's Archetype System. We know that NBA 2K17 has broken the record for most patches within a 2K game so far. And there's a lot of different, you know, opinions on what NBA 2K17 is doing and why it did the Archetype System. So the main reason was because, you know, NBA 2K17 is trying to be a more competitive game, of course. They're trying to get into esports. A lot of companies are trying to get into esports because it's being brought up upon, it's being more popular, you know, it's getting a lot of notice in the media and stuff like that. And 2K wants to be, one of the sport games that's known for esports. So that's why they made this Archetype System to balance out the archetypes, because 2K16 Archetype System, as you can see on the screen, was a little bit unbalanced. Because if you think about 2K16's MyPlayer system, right? Shoulder width didn't matter. Arm length didn't matter. I mean, it mattered, but it didn't affect your shooting abilities. It didn't affect your speed. Weight didn't affect anything. All that stuff didn't affect anything. I mean, I think height affected like the speed of your player. But really, the only thing that really made an effect on your player was whether you were a point guard, a shooting guard, or a small forward, or a power forward, or center. That's really the only thing that really affected your players. And you know, the point guards were fast and stuff like that. But they had a system in 2K16 where you chose your position, right? Then after you choose your position, you get to choose whether you want to be a balanced, an outside, or inside. Now, in my opinion, I thought that was a cool system because, you know, at first I made a balanced player, right? And the balanced player was a beast. I made a balanced shooting guard about 6'4". He was a beast. Then at the end of 2K16, I made a point guard, outside point guard, about 6'2", 6'3", I think. And that guy was also a beast. And I like using both of the players. They both had their strengths and weaknesses. But the thing about 2K16's MyPlayer system was that they gave you upgrades, and you could upgrade any category you wanted to max. So you had rebounding, you had inside scoring, you had outside scoring, you had athleticism, and I think you had defense. So I think they had like what, that's 5-6 categories right there. So yeah, those are the categories you had. And I think you also had what, playmaking was a category, I believe. So yeah, you had all those categories. So every single player in the game, regardless of if you were balanced, if you were inside, or if you were outside, you could play defense. You could be the max speed you could be at your position / your height. And not only that, and by the way, I have to take a shit soon, so I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. But not only that, everybody could mainly at least pass the ball greatly. So, you know, a point guard outside could pass the same as a point guard inside, and vice versa for the balance. So in my opinion, that was a good system. And that system, honestly, it emphasizes more skill play. Because if you think about it, if you got two players that are the same, the better player is going to win. So if you have two inside point guards or two outside point guards, they're both point guards. They're both outside. They're both 99 overall. So the better player is going to win. The person that plays the better defense, the person that has a better offensive flow, the person that's better at offense is going to usually win that matchup. And in 2K16, the thing that's different about 2K17 is in 2K16, one person can control the entire game. See, there were games in 2K16 where if I was playing with bums on the court, I would lead my team to victory myself. You can carry a team in 2K16 by yourself. Sometimes on defense, you can literally command the defense incredibly. Not only by locking your own man up, but by helping greatly on another person's man, by, you know, getting to the rim and getting blocks and steals like that. So the defense in 2K16, one person could impact it so greatly. And on the offensive end, one person could also impact it, like I did, greatly as well, with the passing, with the shots, with the screens being set. Just knowing how to play basketball, it just made it so much easier for one player to dominate a game. In 2K17, it's not like that. If you're a player by yourself with bums on your team, it's gonna be very difficult to win, man. And I've experienced this, and you guys already see this from my record in Park. And you know, guys, I usually play with randoms anyway. Sometimes subs come on my Park and play with me. But my record right now is worse than 2K16's record. And the main reason is because one person in 2K17 can't carry a team like they did before, man. And like, for instance, not everyone in this game can play defense. Now, I still play good defense with having a 74 max defense with my shot creator. But I can't guard every single person, man. And you know, the screens being set in this game are way more impactful than last year's screens. So it's going to be way harder to defend on switches and pick and rolls and stuff like that. So in all, it takes a team effort collectively to actually win games in my Park. One player just can't dominate. Not like in 2K16. So if you look at 2K17's archetype system, right, you got positions, the shoulder width matters, the arm length matters, which is good. I like that. I like that the arm length, the shoulder width, and the weight matters in making your player. I think that should matter. That definitely should matter, especially height. All those things should matter. Now you're talking about point guards, the shooting guards, the small forwards, power forwards, and centers. The archetype system, right? You got the slashers, the shot creators, the playmakers, the sharpshooters, you know, the stretch bigs and the post scorers. You know, I don't mind the archetype system. I just want, I mean, in my opinion, honestly, I like the way 2K16 system had it, where they had the inside score, the outside score, or the balance score. Because, you know, I just like it that way. I like being able to have a high defense and being able to choose where I want to upgrade and stuff like that. In 2K17, you're limited to what the archetype is. And even though shot creator is what I want it to be, like some parts of the archetypes don't make any sense. Like shot creator, their best shot is the shot creating shot, so taking a lot of fadeaways. But the fade is a lot higher than, of course, the standing still mid-range. And it's like, well, if he's standing still, he should be able to make that shot, right? And, you know, sharpshooters have the best three-point ability. But other than that, sharpshooters, they really lack speed, they lack athleticism. I mean, they could dunk, but because they're slow and they lack any athleticism, it also makes them it also makes opponents very hard to guard for them. So again, you need help. That's why you see a lot of stretch bigs, because stretch bigs don't really have to worry about that much because they're big men. But then again, stretch bigs, some of them get out rebounded because you got glass cleaners out there. You got pull scorers who are a little bit stronger than, well, a lot stronger than stretch bigs. So I don't know, man. I mean, personally, in my opinion, I think the 2K17 archetype system is cool. It's cool, but you know, I miss being an all-around dominant player who could dominate games. I understand they want to get back into esports, but let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I mean, and the thing about the post scorer, as you see on the screen right now, the post scorer is great at post scoring, and he's really a beast. When like the thing about the archetype system in 2K17 is whatever you're good at, you're gonna be elite at it. So if you're a shot creator, you're gonna be elite at making fades, spin shots, all that stuff. Sharpshooters, they get elite sharpshooting ability. Like you got people in pro-am pulling up 2, 3, 4, 5 feet behind the 3-point line, contested, and they're making it. That's way. And the thing about the archetype system, you think about it like this, right? A sharpshooter in 2K17 is way more elite than the shooting ability of any player in 2K16. Same with the post scoring, same with the shot creating, same with the lockdown defender defense. Like it's way more at an extreme level because you're only good at that one thing. I mean, you know, you can also do all this stuff in the court if you're also a good player. But in 2K16, since it was so like everyone was mainly the same majority type of players, you know, there was more of a difference between skill. You know, in 2K17, you don't really see a difference between skill at a large margin. You know, you're gonna see trash players, of course, on the park, but sometimes you might play a match and you might be like, well, I can't tell the difference if this guy's really good or maybe my teammates just playing bad. But in 2K16, if you see one player on the other team and he's killing you and he's dominating on defense and offense, you can easily tell he was a beast player, man. In this game, not so much, man. And I mean, listen, man, I really enjoyed 2K16's system, and I think it was fun. This system right here, I don't know, man. I mean, it emphasizes more team play, but you know, you guys could make a vote on this, man. Anyways, I'm out for now. Leave your thoughts, leave your vote in the comment section. Whether you prefer the 2K16 system, of course, with the freaking whisper, the arm length, the shoulder width, you know, and the height and the weight affecting it, or 2K17's archetype system, where you pick a position, you pick an archetype, you adjust the wingspan and shoulder width, stuff like that. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. For now, I'm gonna just take a shit, and I'm out for now. Peace.